Ha. Raisha Amira. Dah belum? Minat Mana? No. Mana I punya Excel. Okay. So from this, alright, you just take the apportionment lah given, right? So for TI, you already know that the total income is 75,000. You have apportion based on non-discretionary and discretionary. So for the beneficiary, based on their whether they are non-discretionary or discretionary, not ND or the K, they are the 1/4 of the non-discretionary portion. So you know that for TI, non-discretionary portion is 56,250. That K should get one of that lah. Right, 1/4 times dengan that 56,250 and siapa nama dia? L34 dalam kandungan dia punya total income which is non-discretionary portion is 56,250. Right, so that's how you divide. But in terms of M, sebab dia seorang, he's the only one that got the discretionary portion, so dia akan dapat 18,750. But of course, you have to compare that with amount received. Alright, amount received is important only for the purpose of statutory income. Who should know how much is amount received? Does it make different amount received untuk non-discretionary portion? I don't care. Alright, because the statutory income only for, you have to compare whichever lower only for those that receive discretionary fund. So in this case, how much is the amount received by M?
2,000.
2,000. So you plug in 2,000 lah. Right? So in this case, even though ND receive, alright, so in this case, katalah you nak buat benda ni amount received, alright, because it doesn't make any difference to the non-discretionary fund because the amount will always based on the statutory income, will always based on amount which is based on the total income. Okay, command Z. Which is 14,000 and this one also non-discretionary, you ambil the total income. But for the discretionary, then you're going to take the lower of amount received as compared to the DI. Okay, so but why you compute DI kat sini, I don't know lah. Okay, amount received actually 2,000 which is very far below from the distributable income lah. But you know that for under the law is based on the amount actually received as compared to the total income. So your answer should be something like this, right? The statutory income of KL and M, KL based on the total income and M based on the whichever lower between amount received, or even if you compare with the receivable income, right, you should assess SI as 2,000. Okay, so then question number 4. Are you clear? So most importantly, first number 1 is to you have to divide it between non-discretionary and discretionary income. From there only you divide to the beneficiaries depending on which category and their entitlement for each category. That's the key of this question number 4. Right, so I hope that you understand the tutorial today, right? So hopefully you will continue to do question number 5, 6 and 7. Okay, I tell you that, all right, if you do your question number 5, 6 and 7, all right, which is very challenging, all right, the key number 1 is that you're going to divide the income according to the source of income. All right, and then you have to decide whether, for example, in this case, you have income from business, rental, interest, and dividend. Then you're going to decide how much is the adjusted income from each source. So it means that adjusted income, you have gross minus allowable expense only. So you get to your adjusted income plus other income come to your aggregate income. And then if there is any losses, in this case, there's no losses, I think. But you do have, in this case, you have, okay, Madam Eun Sang, all right, paid 1,000 per month throughout her life. So paid, in this case, amount paid is an annuity. So it means that for the year, how much the annuity for Madam Eun Sang, which is the wife, then she has annuity of 12,000. The second one, all right, Mr. Ko is allowed to minus 10,000. But remember that is this one is for administering the trust body. You have to decide whether in arriving to your total income, is that amount deductible? All right, and then the remainder of the trust income to be equally divided between two sons for their maintenance and education. So then you have that lah. So this one is very straightforward, right? But the question number 6, I want to just highlight that, all right, Evelyn Sam, the wife, paid 900 per month. So that is annuity, but you also have another annuity, this one 1,000 per month paid, right? What's the difference between this amount? Why is it not an accumulation? Whenever amount is paid, means that it's paid as an annuity. So you will receive that.
It's 1 o'clock.
Amount, yeah? So it means that the daughter, until she reaches 21 years old, she will be paid 1,000. So she actually receives that 1,000 ringgit per month until she reaches 21 years old. Right? But after that, she will entitled to 1/4. So later only you give it as an allocation. But the difference between accumulation is that the money is put aside. So the money will not be paid to the daughter until she reaches 21 years old. That is accumulation. So when you have accumulation, then you have to do the A, B, and C punya formula. Right? But in this case, you just have annuity for the wife. You also have annuity for the daughter. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, doctor.
And then you divide 1/3 to sister and the remaining deemed fit. So it means that the 1/3, this one is a non-discretionary because it says 1/3 to the sister, so it's non-discretionary. But the balance 2/3, so you have the 2/3 discretionary is to be divided between two sons as deemed fit by the trustee. So again, number 2 here is that you have the discretionary portion. So you have to decide first how much is the non-discretionary, how much is the non-discretionary, because how much is the non for the sister and D, but the discretionary portion for the two sons. So you have to get one amount first for the discretionary portion, then only divide the discretionary portion into son number 1 and son number 2. How are you going to divide that? You are given this amount distributed. So use this amount distributed as the basis to divide, to determine how much is the apportionment between eldest son and the second son. All right. So total here, how much? 81,000. So you apportion 45 over 81 and 36 over 81. So you get one amount. All right. The allocation times that by the amount of the discretionary fund. Right, the discretionary income. All right. So what happened is that with regard to the provisor one is not applicable. It means that tax is at the trust level. Right. When trust level, then you are going to give section 110 set off credit, tax credit to the beneficiaries. Okay. And question number 7 is the most challenging. Right, because they have a story behind it. All right, you have to decide whether the expenses that you incurred here is a business expense, whether it's deductible or not, right? So you have to compute what is the adjusted income from the business and plus other income, and then you work for it. Okay, so please do question number 5, 6, and 7. Make it ready before you come to class on next Thursday, right? If you are not ready, I will say that, okay, please leave my class. I want you to do the question 5, 6, and 7. Do it whether correct or wrong, it doesn't matter as long as you do the question, as long as you attempt the question. Is that clear? Yeah?
Yes, doctor.
All right. So with that, I think that's all for today. I'll see you again, inshallah, next Wednesday. So you have 3 or 4 days, right, to do the question. Yeah? Okay. So stop recording. Okay, some students in the feedback from the attendance, right, mentioned about I should share the answer. No, I never share my